from probably somewhere in Mississippi. Guys talking about sports and stuff. You can call them Ray and Rodney or Rodney and Ray. Anyway, it's the R&R Show.
Let me turn that up a little bit. Let me get it up a little bit. What's happening?
Your bud is mine.
Come on.
No, that's all I got.
You have to do, but this is a short one. My bad. Come on.
What up? Oh, that's it?
You want to do it again? Cause that's a short one.
What up, Chet?
Oh,
Yes, sir. It is so much going on. What up, Riley? What up, B? What up, Ant?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Chan, you trying to make cracks about just like a Niner fan saying your butt is mine, but your butt was mine during the playoffs. Boom! Let's go. Hey, man, look at him.
Come on, start the show.
What up, Josh? What up, Q?
Yo.
Thank y'all for tuning in. I know it's been a few weeks. But hey, life happens to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, can you hear me? You have a problem hearing me? Let me get this.
Bandana. What up, Trump?
Bandana.
Bandana.
With that rotten banana. All right, look at him. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for liking, following. Thank you for sharing, subscribing on YouTube. Me too. Thank you for following us on Twitter. We ain't on Instagram yet, Hold on, let me read my shirt.
We on Instagram, but we ain't yet.
We on Instagram, but it ain't on the shirt yet. Thank y'all for doing all that. And if you know somebody who ain't doing this, make sure you tell them to tell their mom and them to tell their mom and them. What up, Maul? To tell their mom and them. And who else?
Tell the daddy if he's still around. Oh, it's taxi. He done showed up for something.
Oh, he done showed up for taxis. He want to claim one of them kids. This is once again. This is the R&R Show. I am Ray.
And I am Rodney.
For those who cannot read, this is the R&R Show. Robert Brown, what up, my boy? What up, Rob?
I thought you had went to Mars or something, my boy. We see you in a minute.
Hey, Robert, I need to holler at you about some ties, too. But they're neither here nor there, but I'll get at you later on. What's going on, man? What's good, Rob? What you got? We've been
busy doing nothing and doing everything. So we're going to take a break. So we back.
Candyland.
We back. So check it out. We gonna start off with the hot news. If you've been hot, you probably got a headache. But you hot. Check it out. We had some. Y'all know our main thing, regardless of what time of year it is football. So we be up on the football. So we gonna start with football. We're going to end with football, and we're going to sprinkle some NBA in the middle. How about that? So,
hey, hold up. Let me ask them this right quick. If y'all have any kind of any NBA topics that you want to be addressed, please drop them in the comments right here, and we'll see what we can do about that. So get your comments. If you have any NBA that you want to be addressed, please drop it in the comments.
Hey, Barry, turn off Game of Thrones for a minute. It ain't going to take it long. I can tell you what happened on Game of Thrones anyway. But check this out. So we had some trades happen this week. We had some signings that I want to get your opinion on that signing too, because I mean, I'm with it, but I'm it don't make a difference to me. But
you talking about with A-Rod?
Yeah, with A-Rod.
Okay. All right.
So we had some trades, we had some signs, and we had another big trade that happened this evening when I was driving to the house, and it's gonna be bad for somebody.
Did I miss? Man, I had to miss this.
It happened. They said it was rumored to happen, but Khalil Mack got traded to
yes.
Right.
To the Chargers. Yeah. We'll get to that.
So let's go with the first thing that kicked it off. Aaron Rodgers.
I want to go to Russell Wilson first, man.
Okay.
I want to go Russell Wilson. Everybody know A-Rod is a prima donna, but we're gonna get to him though.
Come on, Madonna. Okay, come on.
I said pre. Yeah. What? Huh?
You said prima donna before Madonna?
Anyway,
All right, come on.
This is the R&R show. Oh, look here. As you know, Russell Wilson got traded to the Denver Broncos when everybody thought that A-Rod was going to be the front man for the job. But things change. It seems like the Seattle Seahawks is blowing up their team. And I'm sprinkling this a little bit in there, even though we're talking about Russell Wilson. Bobby Wagner is also waived. And it is rumored that Lockett may be on his way out also. If that doesn't speak rebuilding for the Seattle Seahawks, I don't know what does. But anyway, Russell Wilson. Hey, what did do you know? Because I don't have it in my notes. What the Seahawks got out of the trade deal with Russell Wilson?
I can get it if you want to keep on going. I can get it for you.
Okay. Well, I'm about to make some people mad. I'm probably about to, probably shock some of y'all. But who wins in this situation? Who do I feel like won in this situation? I really feel like nobody won in this situation because call me a hater, but I feel like Russell Wilson is on the downside of his career, and I really feel like if he couldn't do anything with the juggernauts he had at wide receiver, calling Lockett and Metcalf, I don't think he'll do anything with the receivers that he got. I mean, hey, call me out. Because I really feel like if you cannot win with those wide receivers that you got in Seattle, I know they need a running game and whatnot, but there's neither here nor there. But I really feel like this is going to be a buzz trade. I really do. That's my what's going on, Rokisha, bang bang, not a game. What's up? But I really feel like Russell Wilson will be a bust. Yes, I do. He couldn't do anything. Like I said, he's on the downside of his career. I know he had these wide receivers. Yeah, you about to blow, ain't you? You about to blow. That's why I couldn't tell you last night what I thought about this. What? Challenge it then. Challenge it.
Look, check it out. Bro, I am.
Hey, hold up. And look here. I understand that. He threw for 26 touchdown passes and 6 interceptions in 14 games. But tell me how many games they won. I'll wait. All right, go ahead, Rodney. I know y'all gonna disagree with me. That's why I'm here.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. First of all, you asked what they gave up. The Broncos got Russell Wilson and a 2022 4th-round pick. It's some Jews in the draft. You just gotta know where to find them. That's always a good thing. No matter.
That's every draft.
It's every draft. It's some Jews. You gotta find them. Okay, Seahawks received Drew Lock, tight end Noah Fant, defensive lineman Shelby Harris. They got picked in the first,
what up, Steve?
Second, 5th round of 2022 and 2023 picks in the first and second round. They got 3 people and 6 picks for Russell Wilson.
And Russell Wilson is not worth it. Explain to me why he is.
That is, I would agree with you on that point. That's extreme. That's a little bit much for somebody. I'm not gonna say for somebody like Russell Wilson, but I think that's too much for anybody. So first of all, let me just put that out there. There's too many picks for anybody.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers is worth something like that. Patrick Mahomes is worth something like that. Justin Herbert is worth something like that. I can go on and on.
That's a lot of picks for anybody in this situation, not being a top 5 quarterback. Let me put it like that then.
Okay.
Because if you're not top 5, I'm not going to give up that much for you. But
not that much.
On the upside, I still think Russell Wilson can still be that dude. Because
define that dude. I want some clarity when you say that dude.
When I say that dude, I mean the one thing that now you got to realize what has Denver not had in the past 3, 4, 5 years. They have not had a quarterback that you can name.
Yeah. They've had 5 different quarterbacks in the past.
5 different quarterbacks, all of them suck in whatever they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So to get Russell Wilson with what they have over there, I don't think, like I was trying to say last night, like we talked about a little bit. I'm not looking for an immediate return on investment. I'm not looking for them to go to the Super Bowl or be Super Bowl contenders this year. Right?
But when?
Right? No. They have an opportunity to progress with what they have to be a formidable foe in that division. Even though it's a hard division, second and making a wild card out of the division is still a good thing, right? Because you got them and you got Kansas City in that division. Like, come on, like it's gonna be a hard division regardless. The Broncos did what they had to do to be competitive in that division because they haven't been competitive in that division in like 7 years since they went to the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. Honestly, that's the last time they've been competitive. So to give up that much is a lot, but to get what you got to build on with Russell Wilson, I don't think Russell Wilson is necessarily on the downside. He's had a bad couple of years. And I don't even say a bad couple of years because the year before last, that team was like 10 and 11 and 4, 11 and 5. And, last year was the worst year he's had in Seattle.
But this is a
he still can lead and he can still be that dude. Then when I say that dude, the one that can lead that team, that can get something out of that team more than the other quarterbacks they've had. So you got to give him. You got to get that team a minute to get with it, and I think they got something. Now it's going to be hard.
Okay. Oh, but this is the thing. This is why it's going to be hard. When you give up those many people, those many potential really good draft picks, it's hard to build off that. You understand what I'm saying?
It is, but it's also easy to go out in free agency and to make other trades going down the line. We've seen that all over. Free agency.
Okay, but
you go get it.
But waiting on the depending on the free agency is like playing Russian roulette. You don't know. You can't look in the future. You can't look in the future and just know who's going to be out there. That's why I say that this trade that was made, I feel like is a we need to win right now type of trade. Given and I'm saying that given what they gave up to get Russell Wilson, will he make that much of a difference? I don't think so. When you don't have, I really don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Not immediately. When you don't have all the tools, right?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not looking for them to be that team this year. If they do, great. But just having him and having pieces to work with and a more complete team than Seattle had last year, this dude year before went with the same team and went 10, 11, and 4, 5, or whatever it was they went. So you can't just say, and they didn't have the best of everything on their team. The defense was suspect. They didn't have rushing game worth for nothing. That's why you had the receivers come out with their thing.
Okay, who defense was suspect?
Seattle.
Seattle defense, I ain't going to say they were suspect. They were definitely not trash.
But no, not trash.
But look, it was the defense wasn't the problem. It was the offense. The offense was the problem. They wasn't scoring. Defense did what they were supposed to do.
They were doing this with no running game, too, to speak of. They haven't had a running game since Marshawn Lynch left. You can't name a running back that they've had that's been doing something. So if you get this man a running back with a young core receiver like Denver has and a young defense that's actually getting better and better every year, then I would take that bet that they're gonna be something to mess with in 2-3 years. I'll take that bet.
But what kind of Russell Wilson will you have? Because this is a decline in Russell Wilson. So what kind of Russell Wilson will you have in 2 to 3 years?
I would stop you to say that I don't think he's declining Russell Wilson. I just think he's a stale Russell Wilson, meaning that he didn't got to a point in Seattle to where whatever he tried to do and whatever he tried to do, it wouldn't get no better because there was nothing there to help him get any better outside of the offense that he had. That was on the receiver side, but he just hit that ceiling. And you even seen people hit that ceiling, and then they go somewhere else, and they be great. Okay, so you can take like Amari Cooper when he was over in with the Raiders, he hit a ceiling, and then they was just like, I don't know if this gonna work. This dude with the Dallas turned out to be an all-star receiver.
So what they got it. What they got him?
No,
what they got him?
That's just him. That's just him.
Okay, I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him. Where is he now?
I'm talking about going to the spot to where you get to a spot in your career at a certain team and you get rejuvenated by going somewhere else. That dude is still. It ain't just his fault that they didn't do that. Dallas didn't do good. So you can say that, but you can say that.
No. I'm not. No. I'm not talking about Dallas. I'm not talking about Dallas. We're talking about Amari Cooper.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm asking you, what they got Amari Cooper? Where is Amari Cooper?
They got him paid, and they finna release him because they can't afford him. Not because he ain't good. They finna release him because they can't afford him. They not releasing because he ain't good.
Fair.
That's what's going on.
I got you. All right, look, let's
a change of scenery helps out a whole lot. A whole lot.
Sometimes. But no, we're gonna talk about Carson Wentz in a minute. Ain't change of scenery. Right now, let's look here. No. I'm just saying. You said change of scenery sometimes does them great. But not Carson Wentz. But all right, let's look. Let's take to some of these comments. Let's address some of these comments because this is rolling right now. Let's see. Robert Brown says Denver has pieces on offense, plus Denver has top 5 defense. Cool. I mean, all right. Well, that's neither here nor there. Okay. I mean, everybody got pieces on offense. All right. Robert Brown also said, just like you don't know what free agents are going to be out there, you don't know what those picks are going to turn out to be either. Facts. You're exactly right. But we're not talking about Seattle and their picks. I'm talking about Denver and the picks that they gave up to get Russell Wilson. And if those are picks, and so if you're saying the picks that they got, we don't know if they had kept those picks, we don't know how that would have panned out. Okay, then we could just flip a coin on every situation in the NFL season. I'm just talking about what's at hand. That Denver gave up way too much for Russell Wilson, in my opinion. Okay. Anthony Douglas, aka Tony from Columbus, Mississippi.
It's Tony from Columbus.
He says free agents don't go to Denver. It is not LA. Oh, good point.
They don't.
And that's something that I never looked at. That's not a big
money and opportunities out. If they see something over there that's working, they'll go. Because guess what? They jump ship to go to championships. If it's working, they'll leave. They'll go. As OBJ, as the boy from Denver that went to LA, they made the trade to get out of their situation so that they can get there.
You're making Tony's point.
No,
where did they go?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying about the chance to make a championship run. You can get that. If you get the right people and say, hey man, I want to go Denver because they're on the right track. That happens.
But Denver organization never would make a power move like this. They won't dump a lot of money out there and try to recruit all these people in to do that. They won't do that. Denver will not do that.
They don't have to.
They can't when they make they can't when
they don't try to keep Kansas City and San Diego in their division. They're gonna have to do something.
The only way they're gonna do that, the only way they're gonna do that to compete with them is to rob the players from their team to be on their team, and that's not gonna happen.
No, they're gonna rob that team. No, they're gonna rob them, but at the same time, other people can go other places now.
That's true, but I don't see anybody flocking to Denver also. Josh said Seahawks offense was too predictable. I blame Pete Carroll for that.
I would say, Josh, to that is it time for Pete to go? I would have said 2 years ago. But at the same time, he was working with limited stuff too. And that's him and the GM. Because they didn't make a whole lot of changes going in these past few years. When they started trying to get these old players that don't work in the other situations, it just didn't work out. They go back up to the trade, like old boy said, Robert said, when they trade the offensive tackle, one of his best weapons for Jimmy Graham. Come on, that's stupid. Jimmy Graham was not that good of an asset for your offensive tackle. Like, come on.
Facts. All facts. All right, Ant said, you working, you had 2 years ago. What?
Okay, why do you even read that? Look, I said, Russell complained. Russell complained about not having the O-line on the play caller. Even though his play was slow past year, he don't get all the blame. Exactly. Because
no, I'm not giving Russell all the blame. Not all the blame. But I'm just saying that when you got the weapons like that, man, I tell you what, to Russell Wilson with those wide receivers that he got, I feel like it's equivalent to what's his name for Tennessee? Come on, what's his name? Quarterback for Tennessee? Tannehill with that receiver core. Don't know how to use it. I ain't gonna say don't know how to use it, but do not utilize it to the best of his of their ability. Is what I'm saying.
No, Tannehill is not Russell Wilson. You put Russell Wilson in Tennessee, and you see what you get.
You know what? I don't know, simply because you know what, the offensive line will make that difference. I'm gonna say the offensive line make that difference because if you want to go wide receiver for wide receiver, I would still say Seattle's got the better wide receiver core, man.
Yeah, I mean, but you also got to look at with the offensive line. If you ain't got no offensive line, the receivers ain't gonna be worth nothing anyway.
But that goes back to what I just said. I said first, the offensive line will make a difference because Tennessee got a better offensive line than the Seattle Seahawks. That would make a difference, as far as being productive offensively. But I'm talking about wide receiver core. I really feel like Seattle got a better wide receiver core.
You're looking at they do have a better wide receiver core. But can Russell Wilson make Jerry Jeudy a star and the other two wide receivers better? I think so. Because they haven't had a chance. They haven't had a quarterback with nothing to make them do anything.
Yeah, but I disagree.
You're robbing Jerry Jeudy of his years with this trash quarterback that you done had in there.
Yeah, but I just have to disagree with that, man. But I'm just have to see.
I agree with you. It was too much. If this had been 2 years ago, that's fine. That's lit. But now, that's too much for this process. Is how I'm saying. They could have did better. I think they could have did better with the trade. Seattle got off with a big time deal, and to rebuild and have all of that to rebuild with, Seattle got to get a new coach. And we ain't trying to get with Seattle. They got to get a new coach. If they don't get a new coach, it's gonna be the same thing. They're gonna get all these pieces, and they're gonna do nothing with it.
All right.
Now, let's go to Aaron Rodgers real quick.
A-Rod.
A-Rod. Oh, what's the guy? Let me take this one.
Go.
I read Riley's post early up in the show. Riley said, I was looking for a rebuild. I would rather have a rebuild. And I agree with Riley. Because guess what? He was kind of hoping for a rebuild. I agree with Riley. Because you could have dealt Aaron Rodgers to Denver or a Denver-esque trade and save $200 million and get 6 picks for him. And rebuild that squad the way it needs to be rebuilt around your new young quarterback. Because you've been trying to do that for the last 7 picks. Because Aaron Rodgers has been complaining about the last 7 picks. And you go out and you say, hey, man, you ain't been getting what you want. So let's give you some more money so you can stay with what we've been giving you. That don't make any sense. Let this man go, get what you can get for him, and rebuild. Because guess how many years you got out of Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers going to be there for 2 years. He will not play the 3 years of that 4-year contract. He's going to play 2 years, and next year, he's going to make you look real bad because he's going to do what he's been doing the last 7. He's going to get to the NFC Championship and lose. He's going to get to 1 game before the NFC Championship and lose. Because San Francisco showed you how to beat him. Play defense. Play defense. And play defense.
They show him all the time.
All the time. If you could just keep this man from hitting the receivers down the field in crucial moments, you gonna beat Aaron Rodgers. And they always lose when they need it the most. Can't get to the NFC Championship and lose, and you're supposed to be that dude. So that's what I think about it. I believe they missed the opportunity to get rid of him and get some major draft picks for him, and maybe a decent quarterback in the same time. an opportunity to do something different as opposed to paying this dude to keep doing the same thing. That's insanity. You doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. He is not going to be the answer for Green Bay. I'm sorry. I love the man. I love to watch him play. But he is not going to be that dude. It's not going to happen. If it does, I'll be glad for him. But if it doesn't, I'm going to say, hey, y'all remember the show we did on March 10, 2022?
What up, Coop? What up, Coop?
He ain't that dude. He ain't that dude. What you got?
I love it. I love it for the simple fact because Aaron Rodgers been telling Green Bay organization, been telling them, you my B word. You my B word. And look, Aaron Rodgers was like, y'all ain't nothing about ain't nothing without Eddie Kane Jr. Y'all just heartbeats. I'm Eddie Kane Jr. Y'all ain't nothing.
Dude.
And then he was like, do something about it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Right.
Oh, I leave. No, don't leave. Here, take this money. And he took them to the cleaners like he should have. He played them. He played them. And he should have. No. I'm gonna tell you this. Now, on the real. I feel like the only reason that Aaron Rodgers went back to Green Bay simply because he's satisfied where he is in NFL history. He got his Super Bowl. He has multiple MVPs. And he's fine with that. And he knows he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Anybody want to disagree with that? Y'all don't think he's going to be a first-year Hall of Famer?
Exactly.
Aaron Rodgers is good with that. So what's the one thing Aaron Rodgers is missing? The bag. And who's the best team to get it from? It's a team that you punk all the time. I love it. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to get Devontae Adams his bag also.
Yeah. He's going to get paid. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to deplete the whole team of everything that you can do going forward because all the money going to two people.
Yep.
But look, this is what's crazy though, man. He been doing it. It's just like my mama always said, you find a fool, you bump his head. Rodgers been bumping right here. And I like this too. Right. I saw a post from a Chicago fan today. Dude said, it was an older guy. His daughter said, hey, you heard about the quarterback in Green Bay? He's like, what? He got out excited. She said they re-signed him for 4 more years. He was sick, just like the rest of the division. They ought to be sick because Green Bay dropped the back. Green Bay is you might well just change their logo to a sucker.
Nope. You might as well change that logo to Aaron Rodgers doing this.
or the little man on the Monopoly game with the money bag, the little crew.
May as well. You know what? Aaron Rodgers is the LeBron James of Green Bay.
Bro.
He's gonna run it. He's gonna get his way. He's gonna get his way. He got his way. That's it. He got them by the bazongas. And he squeezed all the money out of it. And I love it. I laughed when they dropped that bag on.
It's just sad, man. I do not understand how. So
yeah.
let's go from
that's been coming there, Al.
Let's go from that highway robbery to the not so highway. Everybody was like, huh?
Carson went.
I would tell you this. And I'm not trying to hate on Wentz, okay? But what was Washington thinking? This would be appropriate for a team that has never played Washington.
I'm gonna tell you, and you gonna agree. I'm gonna tell you, gonna agree. But go ahead and make your point. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong.
I've never seen this dude play against this team, or rarely seen it. That's how they do 2 times a year, every year his career up until when he got traded. Mm-hmm. And they know he trash. They know he cannot complete a season. They know that he cannot be what they need to actually progress. But the one thing that I do know that they do know is with Wentz, they can win that division. It's sad to say as a Cowboy fan, but with Wentz, they can win that division. They have. Is that? But see, my thing is, you settle for Wentz. To me, you settle for Wentz when you could have went and got another quarterback, because there's plenty of them out there, and I don't think that settling for Wentz is going to be enough to win. You know, just going to be enough to win farther in the playoffs than just a division. It's weird to think that you just, hey man, let's go get Wentz. He's that guy, huh? Like
I agree. And he on his last team. I agree.
Hey, I think he on his last team too. But the thing about it though, Wentz fooled everybody, because you know when they traded Wentz, they had all these stipulations. If he make these many plays, if he do this, if he do that, the dude played the whole season and had to do some draft pick changes with the Colts and the Eagles, right? Now you go over his stats last year, and you look at all his stats outside of that year they went to the Super Bowl in 2019. Dude has been 3,500 yards, 3,000 yards, 3,200 yards. He hasn't been blown away. Like, it's not like he putting up 4,000 every year. It's not like his touchdown, you know, he had 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions last year. You know, okay, that's pretty good. But you had the best running back in the game, a really good defense, and you didn't make the playoffs.
Why didn't they make the playoffs, Rodney?
Because they lost the game to somebody that should have won on the last game.
They lost their last 2 games.
Last two
games. One of them was straight. What's that word Willie always use? Trash. Basura. I'm just say sewer. Now I'm saying, okay, all right. We know why Carson Wentz in our eyes was trash for the Colts.
Let me sprinkle this on while you're still going. Dude had 66 fumbles in his career. He had 8 last year. Go ahead.
Okay. We understand why he's, like we said, trash with the Colts and the Eagles, but I kind of see what Washington is doing here. If Washington had gone out and, okay, you said there were other quarterbacks out there. Okay, we know Garoppolo was out there. You think that would have been pretty good?
That would have been decent.
But it's a lot of money coming with that. Do you think? Who else you think? Who you think? Who? Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Nope. That wouldn't work because it's not going into their financial plan. Who else you think? A-Rod? Nope, can't afford it. It's not going into their financial plan. Let me tell you what they're doing, and they're not done. Look, no, they're not done. They're not done. Carson Wentz. Would you take Carson Wentz or Heineke on your football team?
I mean, Carson Wentz.
Okay. Exactly. So with Carson Wentz, they got a pretty good running game. Robert Brown, go kill yourself. Look at him. I thought we was gonna make the night without breaking it down. And he's still gonna be out there. But look, all they got to do is make a few moves in free agency offensively, because their defense is legit. All they need is somebody that's a little better than Heineke. And that's what they got.
That's pretty much everybody in the league is better than Heineke.
Okay, then. That's what they got. That's what they needed. Just to win their division. They ain't trying to win no Super Bowl. They're trying to win their division first. Apparently, I mean, I'm just saying. And you said for yourself.
Yeah.
If they got any kind of quarterback, they got a chance at winning the division.
Yeah. It's a 2-team race in that division.
And right. And with this coach, I think he's gonna settle him down and whatnot. And you know, he did an okay job with Cam, but I really feel like that this is gonna work for some reason. I feel like it's gonna work out for Washington. I really, really do. Simply because he's a little better than Heineke. He is able to push the ball down the field. Sometimes nobody feel Heineke throwing the ball down the field. Nobody.
But you know what's crazy is Washington actually has pieces to do a lot more than what's expected of them.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why go spend a lot of money on a top tier quarterback and not able to, and then give up some stuff because they didn't have to give up pretty much nothing for Carson Wentz, honestly. Why go give up? Why give up all your assets for a top tier quarterback and not able to add anything with it to be productive in your division or on your team? And that's what they did. You get the best worst person out there. I'm just gonna say it. Go ahead and get the best worst person out there to where it won't hurt your salary cap any, and then use that money to fill spots around him to make your offense better.
Robert Brown. Now I'm not gonna say best wide receiver in that division. They got a good receiver in that division.
A really good receiver. Yep.
Really good receiver in that division. They got a tight end in that division. They got a running back.
They got a running back. Right.
They just need another receiver and a real quarterback. And I think they can make some moves. They got a couple of pieces to take advantage of, but the defense, for outside of injuries, I mean, that's a top 7, top 8 defense. I mean, just look at it.
Hey, hold on one second, Rodney. Hold on one second. Now, so look. Now, I told y'all at the beginning of the show. So, cause we coming up on it. I told y'all, if there's anything about basketball, NBA, whatever y'all want to talk about, put it in the comments. I know y'all want to talk about something about basketball season. Give me some. I'm gonna just Russian roulette that thing. Put it in the comment what y'all want to talk about. Y'all want to talk about the Lakers being trash? I got a lot for you. Y'all want to talk about the Brooklyn and the Philly game that's going on right now? We'll talk about that. But we coming up on basketball real soon. So if anything basketball y'all want to talk about,
basketball in 3.2 minutes. Because we can keep talking about garbage and think garbage going to be. We know the point. We know the reason. That was actually a really good point. You're doing enough to win the division, to be on the map, and now you say, hey, now we need a quarterback. Let's go get him because we got the piece. Or we can go get it. And then if Wentz work out for a year and a half, I mean, it didn't hurt you. It didn't hurt you. Now, another trade that happened today. Khalil Mack got traded to San Diego. Guess whose job just got harder in the AFC West? Every other offense in the AFC West. Everybody was like, man, Khalil Mack is, I think he's on the backside of his career. So? The backside of his career.
And he's still better. And he's still better than 75 to 80% of the linebackers in the league.
Exactly. So this dude just went from a team that can't get right at quarterback to a team that has everything you need. It's both. I mean, and the Chargers, they missed the playoff last year too, didn't they? Yeah. By something stupid at the end of the season. Yes, it was something stupid at the end of the season. They should have been in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they missed it on the field goal or something that they should have made them. It was something real stupid. Like it was the last game they should have won and they lost. It was in the bag kind of deal when they lost. But they have everything they need. You got Joey Bosa on one side. You got Khalil Mack on the other side. Hey, I'm finna tell you who finna feel it. Kansas City, they finna feel it.
Kansas City finna feel it, Doc.
They finna feel it.
No, but the Broncos got Russell Wilson.
Hey, but the Chargers got Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. I don't care who it is, whoever's in the division, they gonna feel it because that defense was already good. They're gonna get better. Now they can just fix their little offensive roles to be more consistent. Man, that team might win the division next year. And I'm saying that over Kansas City.
Yes, they are very capable. They are very capable of doing it.
Look at this. Matt Bosa, Darren Jack. Come on, man. See? Come on. And look, they should have, but guess what, Riley? They just trying to drop money so they can get it out of it so they can get stuff later. It's the same thing they were talking about. We were talking about with Washington. We're gonna let you get rid of this money, and some of the other things we're gonna let you Dallas. Go ahead, because I can't afford to pay you and try to improve and try to sign and do this. So go ahead. I know it's gonna hurt, but we can't use you. And then Chicago's actually on the side to where they are in the rebuild. They just didn't want to admit it. Chicago's in the rebuild, but they don't want to admit it. They're going to have to take this L this year to be better for the following year and for this young quarterback that they put this high draft pick in. So it's going to be fun. And plus, they couldn't get rid of Mitch. They're going to. They're trying to put Mitch in that trade. They said, "Man, we got a water boy." Okay, so somebody said this. Let's talk about some NBA, right? But we're not talking about them. Sorry, man.
We ain't talking about what Barry say? Oh, Lakers. I thought we were doing trash. All right. Before I get to the Lakers, I want to go with the East. I want to go with the East. It's one team that has caught my eye, and if they haven't caught yours, you're just not watching basketball. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the season where this team was struggling, and one of the team we talked about this on our show. One of the teammates, which is we don't look at him as an alpha dog, but he's the one that do all the dirty work and all this kind of stuff for this team, and he's the grit and the grind, and he called out the main two alpha dogs on their team, and he kind of caught some slack from because people were saying that, he need to do this, he need to do that, he need to shut up and all this kind of stuff because he ain't doing that, la, 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 la. But ever since he called his team out after a game to the media, they just been on the tear. And I'm talking about Mark Smart and the Boston Celtics. When Smart called them cats out, it's like they got their junk together. Jason Tatum has gone on a tear, and that put the East is on notice right now. The East is on notice, and I can't call the name of that coach. I can't call the dude name right now, but if he don't get Coach of the Year, yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. But if he don't get Coach of the Year, I'm suing somebody. But man, everybody's talking about Philly and the trade with Harden. And Ben Simmons going to the Nets and this and that and the third. And by the way, last time that I checked, the Nets was knee deep in that behind on Philly. But everybody's talking about them. I hate to say it, just call him Nia Long's husband. Just saying, man. Just saying. But it's man, the East is so thick right now at the top. I think Miami's in the lead right now. You got Miami balling at the right time. Chicago is in the mix, balling. But I'm starting to. I love Chicago. Chicago is my squad, but I'm starting to call them pretenders simply because they are 0-12 against the top 5 or top 4 teams in the East. That's not a good look. Nope. They beat who they supposed to beat, but they're not looking good against the Milwaukee Bucks, against the Miamis, against the Phillies, against those teams. And so I'm looking for them to be, pretty much pretenders. And like I said, you can't count out the Milwaukee Bucks, but dude, the Boston Celtics, I ain't saying that they're gonna win the East. But right now, if the playoffs started right now, dude, they'll give the East hell, man. They'll give them hell, huh?
I mean that you would have to be just. If it was that, it's only 2 people you could really pull for right now at the playoff side today. That's the Heat and the Celtics. If you pay attention, it's the Heat and the Celtics. And like you said last night, we said the Heat playing somebody, and then you like Jim Butler playing. I don't watch it. Makes a whole lot of sense. So the Heat and their squad, they coming along. They coming along real well. But like you said, the Celtics, man, dude, watching them play and the fouls they have in every game, bro, it's scary. It's scary. That is real
Okay.
scary.
Can I address Robert's comment? Robert said, "Put it on the screen, man. Put Robert Brown on the screen." Yeah, he said Chicago hasn't had their full roster either. Injuries has hurt them all year. True. But for the most part of the year, they had Levine and they had DeRozan, which has been crowned. Now, out of those games, I'm talking about the 0-12 or 0-11 top games that they had lost. There was a lot of games that they should have come away with that they didn't close on. I mean, it was one game that I can't remember who it was, man. They blew a 20-something point lead in the fourth quarter. I mean, come on. You can't do that. You can't put that on injuries. You got to close these games. Now, what?
What against Memphis?
I can't recall. Don't make me lie. But I'm just saying, And speaking of Memphis, let's ease on over to the West.
Man, the West is looking a little. But you know what? I'm only looking at 3 teams in the West right now. I'm only looking at 3. That's because everybody else is not making noise. There's a lot of
Suns, the Warriors,
and
the Grizzlies.
Right. I mean, everybody else is quiet. It's quiet. And you got the Timberwolves, the Clippers. The Clippers are at 8 seed with nobody. You got the Nuggets that's not saying nothing. You got the Jazz at 4, and you got the Mavericks that's slow in the middle at 5. I think the Mavericks gonna mess up and get somebody but they just sitting steady right there at 5, just waiting on, and they quietly getting better. Ain't nobody talking about it. I was watching a little bit the other night. Mavericks are really underrated right now, but they're underrated in a crazy division. Because the West.
Answer me this. Who you said was number 4?
The Jazz.
Okay, the Jazz. So if the playoffs started today, the Jazz would play the Mavericks.
Right. I'm gonna take the Mavericks. I would take the Mavericks. At least in the first round. I would take the Mavericks. But outside the top 3, who are you excited about?
What, in the West?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Man, I'm loving what I'm seeing in Memphis right now, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm really loving it. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Man, Ja Morant and those guys, and it's not just Ja Morant. God dog, I'm catching the cramp in my leg. But those guys, if you remember, those guys was like 10-0, 12-0, or something like that without Ja Morant on the court when he was doing it then. But this team is not just all about Ja. This is a really good squad, man, and they come together. And I don't think this is a fluke here either. I feel like they're going to be continuous for at least the next near future years to come. You know what I'm saying? I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I can agree with that.
One of the top defenses in the NBA.
Now,
they play ball.
I will tell you this though, and what's scary is what they have now. Their top 3, one of the top players out of the top 5 players ain't even playing. He hurt. He hurt. He was holding the team together while Ja was hurt.
Right.
So when he come back, they're going to get a little bit more. I'm going to say a little bit more consistent because I've been watching the games here lately, and they seem like the floor leadership is kind of not really present. I don't want to say it's not there. It's just not present at the right time.
Right.
So there are times when you see, like I was watching when they played, I forgot who they played the other night, and Ja couldn't get started going to the hole. He missed he was like 2 or 7 for going to the hole. And he was just bouncing out. He just started shooting 3s. I'm like, dude, somebody go slap him in the head and tell him to quit shooting 3s and to keep going to the hole. That's your money maker. Keep going to the hole. There was nobody out there saying, hey, look, let's keep doing this. Let's keep doing this, because at one point you're gonna snap and it's gonna be on. But he went out and he took twice as many 3s as he averages per game. And he was not looking good because he was missing the 3s. It's like, dude, look, depending on what you do and go do that. We still scoring. We still got it. You need to be that dude. And that part of growing, they number 2 right now. Little stuff like that. Man, them dudes gonna be real scary next year. They're gonna be real scary the year after that. because they got the presence of a few. They got the presence of a veteran with Adams in there, and he talks. He talks. I thought he talks. And then they got the other guy, Jerry Jackson Jr. That's starting to come along and get back in his rhythm. They scary. They really scary. But man.
But when Draymond Green comes back to the Warriors, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
I told you about them dogs.
Watch out. Because he's the heartbeat of that team. He's the heartbeat of that team.
What's that dog? That dog.
Now,
go ahead. What you say?
I just wanted to ask you what's wrong with the Lakers.
They suck. I mean, you ain't gotta put nothing on that. They suck. You got one good player and then a bunch of trash around them. Your other good player can't go on the court without slipping on air.
Right.
The guy you picked up that was supposed to be good ain't doing the job on that team. It just don't fit. I don't see him there next year. I don't know what they're going to do with him. They'll probably have to buy him out because nobody else wants him right now. So, and then all these other old people you got, Dwight Howard, what's his fool name? Old Club Knock. They ain't producing. They just went along for the ride. They just along for the ride. Carmelo Anthony, I saw him make a foul so stupid the other night. I just turned it off. I'm like, man, you too old for this. Come on, man. Like, do something else. It's really stupid. When that's the only thing. LeBron is on his last leg, but he's the best player on the team that's actually playing. And everybody like, what you mean? LeBron is not 100%, and he's still leading the team. This dude is going to be out there with a cane, and then what? Like you working in there trying to hope a playoff run happen, but you can kind of just wrap that up, man. Like, quit killing this dude and go ahead and play the season out as a loss, and then come back next year and try to play. But this right here, this season is wrap for the Lakers. They might get
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And Antonio Davis is not no different than the Antonio Davis that was in New Orleans. He's glass, man. And I'm gonna say this right here. Doggone it. What LeBron James did last night, Kobe Bryant would never.
What do you do
Michael Jordan would never.
What do you do like that?
With the game on the line, they are tied. He drive to the goal, could have drew a foul or hit a reverse layup or something. This dude at the goal, he kicks it out to Carmelo Anthony for him to shoot a brick for them to go into overtime and ultimately lose the game. Kobe Bryant would never. I don't want to hear no more about, man, LeBron got a history of this. Look, we need to hurry up and wrap this up because we're getting long-winded with this thing. But LeBron James, this is one thing that's going to hunt him for the rest. I know he's this and I know he's that. But when all these LeBron maniacs be running around talking about he's the GOAT of all the time and all this kind of stuff, this is what makes me question LeBron James' GOATness. When he doesn't be the man and take the shot when the shot needs to be taken by the GOAT. Right. GOATs don't give up the spotlight like that. I know LeBron James is an all-around player. I know he like to get people involved in the game, but this is the game on the line. If you that guy, step up and be that guy. They shouldn't have lost that game last night. They shouldn't have lost it.
No, they shouldn't have lost. And that's a bad deal. You know, it's not really all that great on him when you got a chance to be that dude. Be that dude. Shut him up. Yep. At least you took the shot. If you miss it, they're going to talk about you. But if you hit it, you make it step to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, look, we can't keep talking about that trash. Okay. Check this out. I got to put this up there, though. True enough, he did take the big shots in Cleveland to win it all. But at the same time, he kind of had to.
And Kyrie Irving. And that's all I'm going to say. Kyrie Irving. Who took the winning shot to win the championship?
I don't know.
Thank you. Let's move right along. All right. Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley. Hey, man. This your boy Straight Shooter, man. Let me go and put 1,500 on these 3 parlays and see if I can win something. Dude, how? First of all, I'm gonna say if it's in your contract that you can't bet on professional football, NFL football, because you could void your contract or be held liable or be held accountable, why are you betting on football? Dude went out, made $1,500 worth of bets in a Hard Rock Cafe on his phone or whatnot or whatever. Agency that watched the bets reported because his name popped up. Hey man, it's a Calvin Ridley out here making bets. Go back and search the bet. Yes, it's that Calvin Ridley. This dude made $1,500 in bets. And why he betting on his team? I don't understand, dude. He's gonna end up giving up $11 million worth of salary for $1,500 worth of bet.
Right.
Don't get it. Now, we can all agree that that's dumb, that's stupid. You can make up any point you want. He was on leave, he was away from the team, he can do what he wants. No, he's still under contract, even if he's not with the team. He's still under contract. So throw all of it out the window. What I want to get into, because we know that was stupid, so we can agree on that. What I want to get into is the problem that the NFL has with the decision making on how to punish people for doing stuff in the league. We don't went over this. We hit this like every year. It seems like we hit this. We started super early this year. This dude got a whole season for making $1,500 bet. Ray Rice knocked the girl out in the elevator. He got 3 games. Zeke slapped the girl. He got 6 games. Old boy Cocaine Head from Dallas. He got 8. Deshaun Watson ain't even convicted yet. That's different. But he could come back today. If Deshaun Watson was traded today, he gonna only be suspended 8 games, and he'll be able to play. That's the going rate. They're not gonna suspend him more than 8 games, regardless of what happened. So this is like a slap in the face again, because somebody made a point today. Hey man, how is it that we can suspend this man for a whole season for gambling, but you got coaches, owners that's paying coaches to lose, and that's okay. The integrity of the NFL has always been in play, will always be in play, and all we can do is sit here and complain about it. But it's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy.
It'll never change. I'm not surprised.
It'll never get to the point where it's consistent enough for you to say, "Oh, that's just right. That's what's supposed to happen," because it ain't gonna happen.
I bet not crap.
Right. You must have seen the Instagram. Look at the Instagram page and look at what happened. Look at the Instagram page. So we can do this all day, man. It's crazy. It don't make any sense. But in the end, man, the NFL has got to do better. I understand the integrity of the league is at hand with gambling and whatnot. We don't want to start something and then it'll be okay for them to get 8 games, whatnot. Well, if that's the case, you just get something on the board for if you gamble on the league and progress to a whole season. Because you did the same thing with Ray Rice. You progressed from 3 to 6, which still ain't enough in some people's eyes, with that domestic dispute and everything. But you got to do better. You got to do better. You got the show.
Do better.
But I said the show is about to start. Don't bring no kids in the room. Give me a badge around. So man, look, we can't be on here all night talking about something we know is gonna happen.
Yeah, and I just found out I gotta run to Tupelo right quick.
Oh, you gotta run to Tupelo. But look, y'all be good. We're gonna see y'all
Monday. I'll be out of town next week.
Yeah, it is spring break next week. Where you going?
I ain't revealing that information across the air.
You gonna put that on Facebook when you get out? When you go out of town?
I don't do that. I don't do that.
Somebody here. Oh, there's something at the range down here.
No. It won't be nobody from this house. Let's get out of here.
Thanks for joining us today. Join us again next week, right here on the R&R Show.
Look at what Andy. Yep.
Yep.
Ant.
Appreciate that, Ant. Man, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Holler at y'all. Get at you. Oh, next time we're going to talk about, speaking of butter bread, next time we're going to talk about Jerry Jones and his illegitimate child. Tune in next time. Hey, y'all might hear from us next week. Holler at y'all.